Hello everyone! The Star Wars The Old Republic developers have revealed what's coming up with Update 7.7. In this video, I'll be going over everything they announced about the next update. While we don't have an exact date for when it will come out, we do know the developers are aiming for a late May to early June 2025 release. Update 7.7 will include the most difficult mode of the XR53 raid boss, over 70 new dynamic encounters, PvP Season 8, and hundreds of new colors for aliens like Twi'leks. Before I jump into the new stuff though, I'll have to talk a little bit about why this story has been delayed. The lead game producer for the game said, "Galactic Threads was intended as the 7.6 storyline. Master's Engima is intended as the 7.7 storyline. We are missing some of the pieces that we need in order to release those to you. We are just as eager for you to play those as you are. As soon as we have those pieces, we'll come back to you and let you know what our release schedule will be. We don't have that information currently, but as soon as we do, we'll let you know." This delay and missing piece most likely has to do with the SAG-AFTRA Interactive Media Video Game Strike, the Actors' Labor Union. This strike has been ongoing since June last year and is actually affecting video games across multiple companies and studios, not just SWTOR. At the time of this video, negotiations are still ongoing. Until either bargaining ends or the strike is resolved, no studios who are working with the union can move forward with union-focused projects. That includes Star Wars The Old Republic, where many of our main characters and big characters in the story are voiced by union actors. They did, however, talk about what they've been working on for the story and show some of the cutscenes that are coming up. I'm going to stay away from the spoilers for this video, but I am going to show you a short teaser trailer that is very spoiler-free and shows something very cool that some of you may recognize from an older game called Knights of the Old Republic.
A Rakatan mine trap. Whoever is inside this prison will wish to escape, and they will try to claim your body to do it. Your connection to the Force will only do so much. I will do what I can to protect you.
While we're not getting any new story this update, it's clear that the developers still have future story on their minds. They're adding a new tab to the mission log tab called the Eras tab. This will be a basic overview of all the expansions in the game, so you can figure out where you are in the story and where you can go to next. It's chronological and shows you where you are in the story. It's not a comprehensive novella and it won't show you an in-depth explanation of your past choices, but it is good enough of a reference for when you're trying to jump back into your mission log after taking a 2 to 3 year break. It might also be useful for those of you who have 500 different characters and can't remember which ones are at which point in the story. While they're at it, they're also giving the mission log itself a little refresh. Less quests will be marked as purple quests, and you can now open the galaxy map straight to the correct planet from your mission log. Now onto the new stuff. For those of you who like hardcore raiding in Star Wars The Old Republic, a new Master Mode single boss operation is being added to the game in Update 7.7. This is called Relentless Replication and will have XR53, the Hungry Droid, in its most difficult form, sometimes known as Nightmare Mode. This will include new mechanics, fun new achievements, and new rewards including augment schematics and a new mount called the Replication Throne. If you're the kind of player who likes to wear the absolute best of the best, there will also be new Gold Augments which make your gear stronger, which are being added for level 80 characters. It sounds like you'll either be able to get the schematics from Master Mode XR53 or from players who are selling it who got it from there, or reverse engineer the less expensive augments. To be very honest, I'm still rocking the inexpensive blue level 80 augments, and I don't really plan on upgrading. These are gonna be pricey when it comes to materials. PvP Season 8 will be starting with Update 7.7 and lasting for 16 weeks as usual. Its theme will be called Champions of the Wild and will include new armor sets that kind of go with that bestial theme. We've actually gotten a glance at one of the newest helmets, which is pretty neat. It's kind of got a fox animalistic helm. We're also going to see 3 new types of decorations on the track instead of the normal statues. And if you don't PvP or join the season late, you'll now have the option to unlock levels on the track with the cartel coins, much like you can with the Galactic Seasons track. The Nar Shaddaa Nightlife event will be coming back to the game July 8th through August 19th, running for a total of 6 weeks. A bunch of new rewards are being added to the event, both on the different slot machines as well as on the certificate vendor. And the silliest one they're adding this year is the Supernova helmet. It's got a rainbow oil spill animation, and it only comes from the Emperor's Grace slot machine. While that kind of stuff is all more for long-time players, they are also adding some stuff that is going to affect newer players as well as brand new players. Dynamic encounters are a type of scheduled, timed quest on different planets in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Some of the ones currently in the game, including the planets of Hoth and Tatooine, are carrying baby Tauntauns up hills, advertising as a gong droid, and launching Gamorreans into a Sarlacc pit. With update 7.7, we're getting 7 new dynamic encounter planets and over 70 new dynamic encounters total. So we're going to start seeing these dynamic encounters on Ilum, Coruscant, Dromund Kaas, and the 4 smaller starter planets of Tython, Korriban, Ord Mantell, and Hutta. And some more hidden chain encounters spread out across the planets, including planets like Nar Shaddaa. I had a chance to check these out and start cataloging and creating guides for them on Swtorista.com from the public test server. They're also adding new dynamic encounter achievements to chase down, a new mount for all 7 of those different planets for doing each of the meta achievements for those planets, and a whole bunch of decorations for the different planets. While you're going around looking for those dynamic encounters, you may be happy to know there is some small map improvements. First, you'll be able to click the quick travel points on a menu on the left side of the big map. This will be super useful if you know the name of the quick travel point, you won't even have to find it on the map. Second, you'll be able to see the dynamic encounters at a quick glance. And third, all of those will be easier to spot or click if there's too many items crowding up the map itself. While it doesn't sound like there's any major combat or class changes coming up with this update, the developers are adjusting the defaults after you create your character. This should make things a little smoother and more fun for the types of players who are mostly interested in the story and are not interested in opening up that tree and choosing abilities themselves. As always, with the new update, there will be a whole bunch of new Cartel Market items. It's very clear that the development team has been watching Andor. And we'll be getting a set called the Imperial Director's Armor Set, inspired by Krennic, and a second set called the Guerrilla Commander's Armor Set, which is based on Saw Gerrera's outfit. There will also be a cute little mount called the Manon mini-sub up on the Cartel Market. A kind of neat thing they seem to be offering for the first time is the Nar Shaddaa Nightlife Decoration Bundle. This is just a huge collection of decorations. Most of them are existing ones, and there is a couple of new ones in there, all kind of Nar Shaddaa related, for only 2,500 cartel coins. They said the idea was they wanted to give you a really good value for a bundle if you're buying it for decorations. They're also working at continuing to tweak and improve the character visual changes, which is called character modernization. They said, "This will be an ongoing effort. We will likely never be done with these kinds of changes, but we still want to bring the characters into the modern era, respective of people's opinions and preferences in the way that they should look." One of the ones that I'm very hopeful that they will fix, and it looks like they're moving in the right direction based on the public test server, is the strange textures that happened to Chiss when they updated humans by accident. In the same line, they're also fixing the preview window so it'll match better with what you see in game. Previously, the window didn't have embedded reflections or correct shininess specularity settings before, so now when you preview something, it should be even closer to how it'll actually look on your character. I'm a big fan of this, so when you buy something on the Cartel Market or on the GTN with credits, you'll be able to get a really good idea of what it looks like. This is actually the second time they've made big improvements to the preview window, and I've been happier and happier with it every time. And then at the end of the announcements, they gave us a huge surprise that I was so shocked and surprised about and really excited to see. So they surprise dropped a bunch of new colors for various species in the game. So Twi'leks are getting almost 100 different colors, including purple added to their options, just straight from the default. You don't need to buy these in any one on the Cartel Market. As long as you have the species unlocked, you'll be able to access all of these colors. Togruta are getting 97 colors, Sith Pureblood are getting 41, Nodlin are getting 95, Mirialans are getting 47, Chiss are getting 19, and Cathar are getting 81. I was able to actually test and preview all of these except the poor Cathar on the test server, and I'm so excited about the huge range of colors, especially for Twi'leks. and those colors are going to be free for all players with update 7.7. So while we may not be seeing a new species anytime soon, this is a feature that has been requested since the launch of the game. More character customization options. Who knows what we will see in the future when they're done fixing up the different character modernization aspects. Yeah! I hope you enjoyed this overview of everything coming up in Update 7.7. Like I said, we don't necessarily have a date yet, but they are shooting for end of May or early June. They've already gone through a second round of the public test server, so we should be seeing the update sooner rather than later. And if you need help or want to see previews of anything coming up for Update 7.7 or guides after it's actually out, don't forget to visit the website. See you all in Update 7.7, and may the Force be with you.